Tata Trust, along with the government of Telangana. Sir is here, and I'm sure that today's interaction is going to give us an opportunity to tell how we've been able to design this response. Why do we call it response system? We know that that there is a huge need for elderly members to emotionally connect to a group that can continuously offer that kind of support. And we thought that we debated quite a lot on what is a kind of an approach we could take for a single place where people can call in and get this the kind of support or solutions that they're looking for. We know that globally, if we look at in absolute terms, India is almost the second country in ranking that we are already 60 plus age group belongs, and we are third in the in globally where the age group is 80 plus. So you can imagine that projections show that by 2050 we are going to be more than 300 million people who are in the 60 plus category, and the age group 80 plus is growing in numbers. So we are talking about a life expectancy which is large, and we are talking about we need to have a second innings, and hence we when we designed the entire response system, we are looking for a platform that would enable people to call in and be able to reach out that service to the 300 million that we are going to be able to reach. We are saying that as I mentioned, we need to by 2025 we need to reach at least 100 million people. So that means this system should be able to reach to at least 100 million people who can reach out and seek services. This is not possible with one entity. It has to be a collaborative effort, and hence our principles of this response system is basically collaboration, innovative method, and technology that should enable all of this. The four pillars in which, so there are, as we know that senior citizens, elderly group has various needs depending on which group they belong. In rural settings, 70% of the population today, as far as the 300 million, is going to be in the rural setting. How are we going to reach to the rural sector? Okay. We thought while we designed this along with various collaborators that are, have shown interest and come forward, let us try out this at least in 4 areas that we can showcase. So there might be about 50 odd services that we may have to offer, but this pilot that we have started in the city basically would focus on 4 areas, which is information that is available in one place. People can call in, family member who's desperately seeking for information on an old age home or a home-based care, a caregiver. We know that each one of us in our families would have realized that there are crises that suddenly come up and we're looking for a caregiver, we don't find them. So we said, why don't we bring all that information to one place? So information itself is one service that we are trying to offer through this. Guidance, people call in just to speak, just to have a conversation, simple conversation, and we listen to them. So this piece which we are talking about in terms of the entire response system structure, we have kept the Connect Center as the as the base where people can call in, have a conversation, spend some time on the call, identify, call back. There could be a feedback mechanism which is possible. So it's a very big task that's there in this in the Connect Center facility which we have set up. So 2 components that we have basically structured within the the entire system that we have designed. One is the Connect Center itself. We don't call it a call center. So it's a team of people who take the calls and try to understand the caller's requirement, whether it is a caregiver, whether it is a person standbyer who sees somebody abandoned, or senior citizens himself or herself calling up and saying that. So we spend time in the call. So the Connect Center for us is very important. We don't call it a call center, and that's why it's called an emotional connect. We call it a Connect Center. We don't call it this entire the system that we have put in place as a helpline. It's not only for emergencies. If I just need to talk to someone, I can call in and get that. My family member is abusing me. I want to speak to somebody. I need a legal support. We actually reach out to them. And this is only possible through collaborations. The police department, the government of Telangana, the senior citizens department, senior citizen associations. You know, it's a collaborative effort. I don't think one single entity can, you know, take up this task. The whole point is that there is a huge demand. In 4 months, we have been able to service nearly, you know, 1061 members already. So one can imagine, I mean, even when we actually started this without really making an announcement, we didn't know that we were going to handle this kind of number. So we can imagine that this is the kind of huge need that is, and this capability of this platform that we have created to, you know, to be able to get all information in one place. Age is only a matter of, you know, it's only in the minds, and all of us can remain healthy longer. The interaction today, thank you so much.